All right, everyone, happy Friday. I am King Phi, meteorologist Adam Claibon. Made it to the end of the work week. Here we go into Friday, and Friday night, we're going to see clear skies out there. For many of us, there are some areas that are dealing with smoke haze, and so we are going to have to talk about that because there are air quality alerts for some of those specific spots. We'll show you where those are. Plus, we're going to talk about just the weekend in general, the last weekend of summer. We're going to see sun. We're also going to see some rain, too, ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it, though. Today, we have seen temperatures make their way into the 70s, up to the mid-70s around Seattle and Puyallup, and overall, things were pretty nice for us. But the thing is, we have dealt with a bit more of that smoke haze across some of the areas, including now beginning to move over more the Kitsap Peninsula. And that's from that Bear Gulch fire that you can see a lot of smoke spewing off of that right now, and that's continuing to track farther to the east here as we head throughout the evening. Areas here farther south and east, you're going to be dealing with some air quality issues here as we head on into the night. So overall, a pretty nice Saturday ahead. We'll see temperatures in the 70s. We do have some of that lingering haze and smoke that's going to be across our skies. Some of that will be higher up. Some of us will deal with the lower stuff too, which we're going to get into here in a just a second. And we have the rain that's going to come through heading into Saturday night. And that system will help to blow a lot of this out of here and hopefully start to really lower the amount of smoke coming in and coming off of our fire. And hopefully we'll be able to, as we head over these next couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks here as we head into the autumn season, start to put out those fires here across the area as we get more and more opportunities for rain to come back into the picture for us. All right, here's your forecast over the next 7-day stretch. We're going to see highs stay generally in the 70s, so it's going to be a pretty quiet and easy start into the autumn season. We just have the rain here on the last day of summer heading into Sunday. A bit of a cool down too to go along with that as we top off at 67. More 60s possible as we head later on into next Thursday. Wanted to start off here where you can see we do have some of that smoke haze over more the Olympics looking from our Paulsville camera, while here in Seattle, skies look very blue. Much clearer here, 75 degrees with a northwest wind coming in at 7 miles per hour. Heading into the night, we're going to see those temperatures drop. Expect to have them more so into the 50s, where overnight lows was a pretty chilly start at some spots. As a matter of fact, let's talk about that. It was chilly this morning. We saw lows that dipped down into the 30s here in some locations. Looking at those numbers, we dipped down to 39 degrees in Bremerton, 39 in Shelton, while lower 40s were observed closer to Olympia, upper 40s around Tacoma, and again, low 50s around Everett, and in Seattle, not quite as chilly in those two spots. All right, so our forecast as we head on into this evening, we're going to keep an eye out for those areas of poor air quality where we do have the smoke that's out there, especially around Mason and Thurston counties. Right now, as we speak here, early into your Friday evening, there is very unhealthy air quality that is currently over Mason County as we head on into Friday night. So definitely prepare and take the necessary precaution. If you're outside for any prolonged period of time, if you have a mask, try to use that. If not, just try to limit your amount of time that you're going to be outdoors. Looking at radar, things are looking nice and clear and quiet here into, it looks like, this evening. And rain is to our south and rain is off to our west. So we're kind of stuck between the two. So Saturday will keep things pretty quiet. Now back to the air quality issues down this way around more of Thurston and Mason counties. We do have those air quality alerts that have been issued for those two counties and for those areas that are going to be downwind of the fires where the smoke is going to be tracking here as we head on into tonight and into the day for tomorrow. Now looking at radar and futurecasts, you can kind of see there's not a whole lot really to speak on here over the next 24 hours. Maybe some showers beginning to move in closer to tomorrow evening around sunset, and that's when we'll have the better chance. But 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, plenty of sunshine near the I-5 corridor. A bit cloudier, but still dry out that way towards the coast. Then as we head on into 6, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, the tip of the Olympic Peninsula beginning to see more of that rain. That will track over more overhead of Puget Sound as they head into early Sunday morning. And then we'll be on the tail end of that by about 6 to 7 o'clock with some convergence zone activity afterwards heading into the remainder of the day on Sunday. And yes, rainfall amounts will follow suit. You saw a lot of yellows and oranges popping up, so that could mean some moderate to heavier showers, meaning amounts between a quarter to a half, maybe even a little more than a half an inch around Puget Sound, with higher amounts out towards the coast where we could see between a half an inch to maybe an inch. And let's talk about what we're expecting as far as football here as we head on to the weekend, because the forecast is looking to be quite nice. If you're heading to the Apple Cup out across eastern Washington, looks like Pullman looking to be sunny and warm with a high of 82 degrees. And we'll see those clear skies on into the night as well. And if you're heading out to the Seahawks game against the Saints, well, we're expecting conditions to be a little more wet. We'll see that rain here in the first half of the morning, so maybe a few showers out there, but I think most of the heavier stuff should be done by the time we get ready to head home later that evening. All right, your forecast as we head on into the night, we're going to see those temperatures drop down into more of the 40s again for Bremerton and in Shelton. Port Townsend down to 47, 54 though in Seattle, with highs tomorrow getting up to around 69 in Bellingham, 72 in Mount Vernon, topping off at about 75 in Marysville, Coopville up to 68, mid-70s around Kingston, Paulsville, Bremerton up to 74, we'll hit 78 in Puyallup and 74 in Olympia. Here's your 7-day forecast. Highs over the next few days, kind of bouncing back and forth between the mid-70s to the 60s and then back into the 70s again on Monday. And then we'll stay around the mid-70s Tuesday and Wednesday before things cool down a little bit more. But still no really widespread rain chances, or at least too many of those on the way as we head on into the first week of fall. All right, everyone, we'll take care. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.